Boeing C-17 Globemaster III. Today's demonstration will be flown by pilots Major Patrick Griffin of Fort Lauderdale, Florida, Major Steve Kurtz of Madison, Wisconsin, Major Ian Crawford of Charleston, South Carolina, and Loadmaster Staff Sergeant Nelson Jones of Simpsonville, South Carolina. Performing a maximum effort takeoff and climb, demonstrating its ability to operate out of short, austere airfields. The C-17 did its first flight in September of 1991, and since then the aircraft has set over 30 world records, including payload to altitude, time to climb, and the longest airdrop mission in history. The new H design includes a modern computerized glass cockpit, heads-up displays at both pilot stations, and an advanced cargo holding and handling system, allowing it to operate with a crew half the size of similar cargo-carrying aircraft. To start today's demonstration, the crew will perform a high-speed pass with the aircraft capable of accelerating to over 350 miles per hour. The pass will demonstrate the extremely powerful engines of this magnificent jet, the C-17.
Well, I think I would like to play chess with the devil. Yes, I would like to play cards with the Pope. See, I could charm any angel in a stable. And I could conjure up a storm inside your soul. Yes, I could turn.
Notice how quiet the jet is as it passes show center. This gives the operators a tactical advantage for flying low over hostile area. It allows for more suitable operations in airfields rather near heavily populated cities.
Little time, but you don't always see it the way I do. Come on. And you don't always have to play the fool when I tell you that you're always wrong. Get up. That's not what I
This reliable airlifter combines the intercontinental cargo carrying capabilities of large aircraft, such as the C-5 Galaxy, which is in our static display back and to the right, with the short field landing potential of the much smaller C-130 Hercules, like we just saw demonstrated in the search and rescue role. The C-17 is powered by 4 Pratt & Whitney F-117 engines. These are the same engines used by the Boeing 757. Each engine delivers over 40,000 pounds of thrust. This amount of thrust allows the Globemaster III to carry over 170,000 pounds of cargo. That's 85 tons, the equivalent of 7 school buses, or more than 1 M1 Abrams tank, for an outstanding range of up to 2,400 nautical miles without even utilizing its air-to-air refueling capabilities.
But I intend to leave a message in our lyrical device. See, you don't always see it the way I do. Come on.
The aircraft will now perform a slow speed pass. Notice the wing leading edge slats and large power lift wing flaps. These devices change the shape of the wing, and they're key to its low final approach speed, enabling this aircraft to land and stop in a very short distance. Listen to the engines powering and keeping this heavy airlifter in the sky. You can feel its weight as it flies by right now in the slow speed, dirty configuration. The C-17 will next maneuver for a circle over the airfield, showing its ability to fly at slow speeds to demonstrate an advanced aerodynamic in action. The aircraft uses a quadruple redundant fly-by-wire system for the operation of flight controls. This is combined with 4 separate flight control computers, each capable of controlling the entire system independently. The system is designed to optimize the capabilities of the C-17, yet maintain enough redundancy to protect against a wide variety of failure conditions. Another feature of this amazing flight control system is that the aircraft can also be flown in entirely mechanical backup mode, further safeguarding against abnormal situations. As the aircraft approaches, notice the upturned wingtips or winglets. These decrease aerodynamic drag and increase fuel economy. Now, to give you a better idea of the aircraft's overall size, these winglets are nearly 9 feet tall. If you're wondering how big the C-17 is, the wingspan is 170 feet, the tail over 5 stories tall. Fully loaded, it weighs at over 580,000 pounds. As you can see, the C-17 is extremely maneuverable at both high and low speeds, making it easy to operate in any tactical situation. The aircraft can fly anywhere in the world non-stop using its air-to-air refueling capability. Is it not a marvel?
Daddy drove the
Air Force personnel routinely fly 24-hour missions with a single crew. The most basic crew complement required to operate a C-17 is merely 2 pilots and 1 loadmaster. The heavy-duty landing gear allows it to land on surfaces such as cement, sand, dirt, and even ice. As a result, the C-17's been over 180 countries and every continent of the world since production began. Lastly, all current Air Force crews are trained to use night vision goggles, NVGs, allowing them to operate while in unit austere locations around the globe and own the night during combat operations. C-17 now maneuvering for a short distance landing, full stop landing. Crew setting up for their approach, the aircraft flying at just under 120 miles per hour. Just hanging onto those flaps, flying a steep 5-degree approach angle, yet the nose stays level and comes down like an elevator. Major Crawford will demonstrate a very short landing distance, the C-17 using just over 1,000 feet of runway. And then the C-17 will back up under its own power.
unless you live. And man, I lived. Oh man, I lived.
Now listen for the reverse thrust as the nacelles slide forward and all that power starts to change direction, pushing it back and getting it stopped in just 1,000 feet. From mighty C-17, ladies and gentlemen, Globemaster III.
Turn down for what? 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 Turn down for what?
Incredibly maneuverable on the ground, too. As you can see, it can get turned around on the runway. And as they taxi back, again, be sure to give our crews a huge wave. To thank you for their service, for a great job today. To see more about our heavy lift capabilities, get into the static display area and back to the right and visit the line, a very impressive lineup of heavies in the static display area. From Altus, ladies and gentlemen, the C-17 Globemaster III.
Turn down for what? Turn down for what? Turn down